Charles and Tina Parker. Charles and Tina.
Roger.
Right. So, thank you very much for agreeing to speak on the team call this evening. And first of all, huge congratulations to you, having just gone through the leadership rank of Premier, which is really phenomenal. So, big congratulations. I'm really pleased for you. And just for the benefit of people that maybe don't know you that well, who are relatively new to the business, if I could ask you just to briefly tell us what were you doing before you joined this business, Charles and Tina? What were you doing immediately prior to getting involved?
You answer it all. I don't know.
Me, I was a driving instructor for 20 years.
All right.
And when we found out that we had our youngest son was severely autistic, Tina had to give up her job, obviously her night job, to help to look after Chris. And then he got such a handful that I had to give up the driving school. So I joined her in another network marketing business, and that folded anyway. So we had to look for something else. I'm not the type. I'm no spring chicken, but I'm not the type to think about sitting around doing nothing. And neither is Tina. And it was very important to us to find something. And then in the end, we found Peter Ray. I'm not sure he was so pleased to find us, but
maybe not you.
We found Peter, and the rest is history, really.
I'm sure he was pleased, but he's probably even more pleased now. But let me just ask you. So, what's your current reality of the business? How long have you been in the business now, Charles?
18 months.
18 months.
Yeah, we sort of done a very long apprenticeship, and we pussyfooted around a bit too much, I think, at the end. But back in around about August time, Tina and I were thinking, if we don't change, if we don't do something different, then nothing's going to change, and we're going to be like this again next year. And we decided to plan. Peter has told us, you told us many times about the 90-day thing. Mm-hmm. And we went into this 3 months, 90 days, and we've worked our butts off. Mm-hmm. 10, 11 o'clock at night, but we were determined nothing was going to stop us. And it hasn't. And now we've already planned our next 90 days to take us to silver. So that's where we are.
Yep, fantastic. Okay, and so you've been in 18 months, and you reached the point where you thought you needed to change some stuff. And I think you did say in a message to me once that you changed your attitude and things like that. So tell us a bit more about your 90-day.
We did. We started with personal development, which you talk about a lot, and we started with 30 days reading for both of us, and we were really strict about it. And we loved it.
I'm really glad.
So one of my favourite books was this one. I really like this because you've got like activities in it. How to create I don't know if anyone can see that. Create the mindset of a network marketing champion. Yep. And I like that author because she had activities, and she sort of went into what your fear was and why you weren't where you were meant to be, and so that really resonated with me. So I worked on myself, because I feel that if you're going to go forward, if you're going to be a leader, you have to identify your own weaknesses first, and then you can become the person you need to be to inspire your team, to be the people that they need to be. And I feel that was, and create the trust in the team so that they can come back, create the leadership that you need to be, help them. I always help with the oils. They all know that I will help them with the education, and Charlie does his own bits as well. But they're very much a team on this, and we work together. And I feel that we were, as a whole group now, we've come together, and they're all just stepping forward, because we've stepped forward, they've stepped forward. And it's momentum. It's absolutely fantastic, and we're so proud of every one of them.
That's absolutely brilliant. That's absolutely brilliant. But would you say then that it was the personal development and starting to read the books?
For me personally, I feel that that was my weakness.
No, I know.
I struggle with my confidence, and I needed to do the personal development help me to identify. I'm still got work to do always, but I feel that has helped me. You know.
Okay, that's very interesting.
GoPro was the book that changed my life, actually, not my attitude towards the business. Changed my life very, very much.
And the compound effect was good, wasn't
it?
And
the compound effect. Yeah. They're all good, but the GoPro was the one that really sort of got me turning the corner, and I think, like you say, sometimes you get loads of leads in and you don't see anything happening. You see month after month, and we had like 300 leads in a month, and we had so much activity, but no one signing. And it wasn't till the next month that we saw people coming in. And sometimes people get very frustrated at that point. I think, oh, it's not working. But it was just it's just us, I think as well, Neil, that the fact that we did things that perhaps a lot of people wouldn't. Last month the internet was bad, in the end of September, beginning of October, the internet was bad. We were struggling to sign people, and I did no more than ring head office, the service centre, and actually was signing people up on the last day of September over the phone, and they were doing the sign-ups for me so that we got them through, and in that month. Now, I could have easily thought to myself, I'll blow it, I'll go on to bed now and think about it tomorrow, but our whole attitude has changed, and we've got to do it. If it needs doing today, we'll do it today. That's the big difference. I could have never have dreamed that at the end of this 90 days, we would be in a position where we've got ourselves to Premier, we've got our two sons are up to executive, but the chances are that one of them, possibly both, will go to elite tomorrow.
Fantastic.
Still on the cards. And gosh.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're building that.
It's amazing.
That legacy.
This is down to the team. It's not down to us alone. We've brought 4 in this month ourselves.
Yeah.
But the team, I think now, with the one that's signing tomorrow, that will round it off to a nice 20. That as a team we've brought in the month.
That's really good.
Keep that up.
Wow.
And we will, because we've got people now that are believing in us. We believe in them, and that's the way we're working. We spend time with them, helping them through what they have problems with, and we're just absolutely loving it and looking forward to the success. We've set our goals. I've told you already, we're doing the next 90 days for silver, and without any hesitation at all, we've said, let's go for it. When we go to Rome, let's walk across that stage as gold, and that will give us founders as well in South Africa.
Fantastic, absolutely brilliant. So that's really, really interesting. So just to come back to a couple of things there. So I know you do read the books, because you even chase me up when I forget to announce what the book of the month is, which is very very good to know that someone's.
But we wouldn't have before, you see.
And are you reading Dare to Dream and Work to Win? Have you got that far yet?
Yeah, we've read that one before.
Well, we've read that one.
Rereading that.
Oh, you've already read that one. Okay, so you really are walking the walk as well as talking the talk. That's really, really good.
You can't not do that otherwise you can't expect other people to read them if you don't read them yourself.
Exactly right, Tina. Exactly right. So just a quick point. Now, I can remember having a conversation with Peter about you two it may have been 2 or 3 months ago. I can't remember exactly when. And we were talking about you because you'd had an awful lot of people come onto Zooms, and I forget the figure, but it was a very high figure. I remember it being a very high figure, and no one had actually enrolled. No one had joined the business. And I don't know whether you can remember the figure, but maybe you don't know.
We had loads of people, sort of
Probably
9,
about
10, and then
yeah, but in a month we had somewhere around about 160 came on, doesn't it? Something like that.
About 60.
160.
160. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that's unbelievable. That's absolutely unbelievable. But I thought it was about 60. But anyway, if it's 100.
No, it's more than that. Lots more than that.
Okay, so over the course of a month, you had about 60 people come onto Zooms, not join. But what was going through your mind at that point then? Did you ever get frustrated and fed up when no one joined?
Yeah, but you do. You can't help but get frustrated. But what you've got to do is forget about the frustration and look for the answers. And first thing we did was come back to Peter and what are we doing wrong? What aren't we doing right? And I think more than anything, it was just believing in what we were doing and having the confidence to do it. And I think the other thing, and this maybe sounds a bit cruel in some ways, but I've often heard you say, you can sometimes you can spend too much time on some people and not enough on the others. And it was sorting the wheat from the chaff. And once we learned to do that, then things started to turn the corner on that score as well. So
yeah. I think this is like really colossal information that you're sharing with the team, because what you're really, so far, to summarize, you've talked about personal development, changing your attitude, overcoming the obstacles, working with your upline, keeping in touch with your upline, spending the right time with the right people. That's all really like massive information.
You see,
sorry, go on.
See, one of the things, Neil, on those spring chicken, as I said, and I want this to go. I want it quickly. No two ways about it. I want it quickly, and Peter knows my why, and probably I think you do. I'm not going to go into that now, but for so many, if we can do this now, and we can push on, say, to next May up the goal, and I can stay fit, we can go the whole way. And for you youngsters out there, and I can say it, I'm 71 in a week's time. For you youngsters out there, you've got the most wonderful opportunity in this world to build yourself a fortune, to build yourself, whatever you want, because, I know now that it works, and I can sit here and say that, it will work for any one of you. Just put the same attitude, the same work effort into this as what we're doing. And if you want to know what it is, give us a call sometime and we'll tell you a bit more what we do.
Okay, well, that's absolutely brilliant information. Now, you've already said that you want to be, you've got a plan in place for the next 90 days, and you want to go silver and then gold, and then go all the way and be South African founders, which I think is great. So, and you've also said that you have a really strong reason why. So you've kind of covered my last question, which is
isn't it? Our youngest son, because of his disability, and it's really, really, whenever you see him, you know why you're doing it, because he's a young man that he will never ever work. He will always need supervision, and I want to give him the best. There's no compromise for me.
His costs at the moment are over $250,000 a year, for his home. Now, if the way things are going in this country, if they withdrew some of that funding, we've got to be able to carry on and put that in place. And that's what I want. And I want something there for the future, for my little lady, And,
we're building it anyway. You're not going anywhere.
No, but honestly, this has been just an amazing journey. It really, really has. And I feel sort of pretty honoured, really, that I've been able to prove it works. Come from behind and do this. And I always told Peter that one of the biggest reasons I wanted to do this was to say thank you to him for what he's done for us, because I knew if he was you know, sort of in the right place at the right time. When we went Premier, he got a nice backhander, and I, you know, and yeah, I'm genuine about that. You know, he will tell you. I even said once, if need be, we'd hold back going Premiers because that's how much I think about him. You know, and I so much wanted him to get it. You know.
That's nice.
Thanks to both you and Neil, Peter. You know, you've been really, really brilliant for us.
No, thank you. Thank you for coming on, and congratulations. You've done a really, really fantastic job in the last few months. And the good thing is that once you got to Premier, you know that if you keep doing it, it's inevitable that you'll go silver. It's inevitable that you'll go gold.
Exactly what Peter said to us the other night. You know, once you get to Premier, you can go anywhere in this.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly right.
You know, when he rang us Monday night, I wasn't in a good place. I actually was in hospital. But, you know, it just shows we just carry on regardless. That you know, my health doesn't.
Just a final thing on that. Thanks to the team, we're not scraping over the line at 5k. You know, by tomorrow night we'll be about 6,500.
Brilliant.
And both, as I say, both the boys going well, and we've got our third leg started and building that. And you know, I think now I worked out that of the actual people that are doing any work in our business, you know, obviously got loads that haven't done things for ages, but of the ones that are, over 80% of those have got their LRPs in place.
Of course. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Another really good tip. So listen, thank you very much. We have to leave it there, but that's a really brilliant testimonial. And I think you're a fantastic example, Charles, and it's very good of you. Now I can think of myself as a youngster again. I'm really pleased about that. But you do put a lot of us to shame with your work ethic and your attitude. I think it's really, really fantastic. So well done to you both, and we'll see you right away. We'll see you right at the very, very top. I think it's absolutely fantastic.
Thank you.
So well done to you. So thanks to Tina and Charles, and let me just mute you up there.